Welcome to our deep dive into the unsettling reality of a city where corruption is woven into the fabric of everyday life. In this video, we'll explore how some residents believe that for the right price, they can evade the consequences of their actions, exposing the shocking truth behind the price of justice. From the roles of law enforcement to the influence of political power and organized crime, we'll shine a light on the systems that enable this rampant corruption. Join us as we unravel the complexities of this urban landscape and examine the staggering cost it imposes on both the economy and public trust. 1. Corruption in the heart of the city. In the bustling heart of many cities, corruption seeps into the very fabric of daily life. It's not just a whisper in the corridors of power but a palpable force that can be felt on the streets. Residents often find themselves in situations where a small gift can expedite services or sway decisions in their favor. This kind of systemic corruption becomes a part of the urban culture, making it hard to distinguish right from wrong. People often joke that in such cities, laws are mere suggestions, easily navigated with the right connections or enough cash. This normalization of corruption erodes the moral fiber of the community, leading to a lack of accountability and trust. 2. The price tag on justice. Imagine being able to walk into a courtroom with a suitcase of money and walking out with a clean slate. This is more than just a fantasy in some cities where justice is for sale. Bribery becomes a common currency, and criminals with deep pockets can avoid the consequences of their actions. This creates an uneven playing field where justice favors the wealthy, leaving ordinary citizens feeling powerless. It's a stark reminder that in these places, the scales of justice are tipped by the weight of one's wallet rather than the merits of the case. Such a system not only undermines the rule of law but also perpetuates inequality and social division. 3. Law enforcement. Guardians or gatekeepers. Police officers are meant to be the guardians of the law, but in corrupt cities, they often become its gatekeepers. Instead of serving justice, some officers become part of the problem, accepting bribes to turn a blind eye to criminal activities. This creates a dangerous precedent where crime becomes a business transaction rather than a punishable offense. When law enforcement is compromised, it sends a clear message to criminals: with enough cash, you can buy your way out. This not only emboldens criminals but also demoralizes honest officers who wish to uphold the law. 4. Political power plays. In cities plagued by corruption, politics is often a game of power plays and backroom deals. Elected officials, who should be serving the public interest, are instead focused on maintaining their power and lining their pockets. This leads to policies that benefit the few at the expense of the many, creating a cycle of corruption that's hard to break. When political leaders are corrupt, it trickles down to every level of government, affecting everything from public services to infrastructure projects. This misuse of power erodes public trust and undermines the democratic process. 5. The shadowy world of organized crime. Corrupt cities often become havens for organized crime syndicates looking to exploit the system. These groups thrive in environments where they can easily bribe officials to turn a blind eye to their activities. In such cities, the line between government and organized crime becomes blurred, with officials and criminals working hand in hand. This creates a parallel economy where illegal activities flourish, from drug trafficking to money laundering. The presence of organized crime not only destabilizes the city but also creates a climate of fear and violence that affects everyone. 6. Economic drain. The true cost of corruption. Corruption in urban areas has far-reaching economic consequences that go beyond the immediate exchange of bribes. It deters foreign investment, as businesses are wary of operating in an unpredictable and unfair environment. The cost of doing business increases as companies factor in the unofficial costs of navigating a corrupt system. Public funds meant for development and infrastructure projects are often siphoned off, leading to subpar services and dilapidated facilities. This economic drain stifles growth and innovation, keeping cities from reaching their full potential. 7. Public perception. A crisis of confidence. In cities where corruption is rampant, public perception of government institutions is often one of skepticism and distrust. People feel disillusioned, believing that their voices don't matter in a system where money and connections dictate outcomes. This lack of trust leads to civic disengagement, as citizens become apathetic and less likely to participate in democratic processes. The perception of widespread corruption creates a sense of hopelessness, where people feel that change is impossible and that the system is rigged against them. 8. Lessons from case studies. Looking at specific case studies of corruption can provide valuable insights into how these issues manifest in different cities. For instance, the corruption scandals in Jakarta, Indonesia, and the Rampart scandal in Los Angeles highlight the systemic nature of corruption and the challenges of reform. These cases show that corruption can infiltrate any sector, from local government to law enforcement. They also demonstrate the power of public outrage and the role of media and civil society in pushing for accountability and change. 9. Combating corruption. A Herculean task. Efforts to combat corruption in urban areas are ongoing, but it's a Herculean task that requires a multi-pronged approach. Anti-corruption organizations advocate for transparency and accountability, while some cities have implemented whistleblower protection laws to encourage the reporting of corrupt activities. However, these measures often face resistance from entrenched interests who benefit from the status quo. Real change requires political will, public support, and international cooperation to create a culture of integrity and accountability. 10. Technology. A double-edged sword. Technology offers new tools in the fight against corruption, but it also presents new challenges. Digital platforms allow citizens to report corruption anonymously, shining a light on corrupt practices that would otherwise go unnoticed. Blockchain technology offers the potential for greater transparency in public transactions, reducing opportunities for corruption. However, technology can also be exploited by corrupt actors, who may use it to launder money or conduct illicit activities. Balancing the benefits and risks of technology is crucial in the fight against corruption.